6 will drive you insane. Niggas, get ready for the madness. ICP style, we bring the craziness. Joshua Joseph in control, takes you on a wild ride. Buckle up, my friend, and enjoy the dark side. It's time to Joseph, host of the show, ready to shock with words that leave you in disbelief, tickling your metal. Actually, MJF, I'm a level 45 Padawan Warlock Knight, so you better watch your mouth.
You will know that Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
You know what I can do?
I did it for The Rock. I did it for the people. I did it. Shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty.
You can't see me.
Are you ready? I'm gonna drink a big glass of milk, eat some chocolate chip cookies, and then maybe I'll take 3 Viagra.
Step into the ring, it's Monday Night Fire. My rhymes burn hotter than a funeral pyre. I'm the heavyweight champ, you can call me sire. Reviewing raw like a southern rap messiah. Crossing over lines like I'm Stone Cold Steve Austin. Flipping opponents like I'm Randy Orton. Dirty South flow, my words they be costing. Every verse I drop got them head nodding. Spit lyrical punches like a ruthless fighter. Got the crowd hype, I'm the crowd igniter. Breaking down the raw matches, no denier. Dirty style rap, I'm the Monday night supplier.
What is up, chat? What is up, everybody? Household, Grun's friends, my friends, your friends, window lickers, everybody. Welcome to another Monday Night Raw review with me, the host, the voice, Joshua Joseph, who doesn't do it alone, ladies and gentlemen. I do it with a dear, dear friend of mine, a good buddy to hang out with, someone to talk wrestling with. He is the Grunmeister. How goes it, my friend?
It's a Monday night, and it can't be any better. We've got some good wrestling to talk about.
That we do. We really do. And we got some exciting news coming out from In Your House this Friday, Grunmeister. This Friday is a big release for the In Your House crew. Everybody, you need to know, you need to be aware, you need to tune in Friday to all the platforms that we drop our videos at, because we have the one, the only manager of managers, Bill Alfonso. The managers of champions, I should say, extreme champions. Oh, that was a great talk, Grunmeister. ECW's Bill Alfonso. I know that you're kind of a newer.
Lacking.
Well,
Lacking
let's not use those words.
Okay.
Grun, we're not going to use those words. Those aren't good words to use. We are going to say you haven't experienced enough of the older ECW yet.
No,
But
I have not.
You have experienced a little bit. You've seen Bill. You watched a match with us with Bill Alfonso
Yeah.
out there, which I still want to get you in for when we do
Yes.
Bill Alfonso versus Beulah, because you're gonna love that bloody match. He lost so much
Yeah.
blood during that match.
Oh yeah. I got to see more of this ECW wild stuff that was back in the 90s and early 2000s. Not the WWE ECW stuff that I saw that I thought was good. You guys are showing me, no, this is when ECW was good.
Very true, very true. And speaking of House, we got him jumping in the chat. Like always, every Monday you can catch House in the chat. He's here, he's live, he is ready to, well, talk anything you want to talk about. And he might even call you goofy. You never know. And we also have a newest addition to the In Your House crew. We have Annie O'Neill joining us, and she hosts I believe it's going to be on Wednesday with
Yes.
her and House, and they're going to be discussing NXT and the fallout of Monday Night Raw. So be sure to check those two out. That's Annie O'Neill. She's also a part of The Real Deal with Annie O'Neill. We'll go live and talk Raw. There we go. And she's also she does her own podcast. I believe it's called Bumpin' and Thumpin'.
That sounds right.
Yeah, I believe it is. And from what I hear, she's caught some fire doing it. We're gonna have some more better drops for our upcoming shows coming up and all the new stuff going on. There is so much going on right now. This week is completely packed, just like it was last week. Grunmeister, I know you doing a Friday SmackDown
Yeah.
show. It's almost like the show, but it's Grun, and we get to experience Grun and his way he experiences SmackDown, which I'm actually loving Grun. And you pulled double duties last week. You did your show,
Yes.
and then you joined House and Scott, I believe, for an actual watch along with SmackDown.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Scott Houlette of Heated Shenanigans. Me and House hung out with him and live reacted to SmackDown. We were a little disappointed that Cody Rhodes' tag team partner was so easily predictable, and they didn't even do it in a good way.
No,
Like,
no, it happens though, Grun.
no, yeah, it's like it's part of the problem because it's the bloodline. We know Roman's coming back soon, and we just really want Roman back because we know that while we love Cody, Roman is the guy, unfortunately for Cody.
Very true. And like House is coming in, Scott was so fun to kick it with for SmackDown. It was a really good watch. Grun, I could see you were in your element during that night. You were having a lot of fun, which I always enjoy. When I see my buddy Grun laughing and cutting it up, it always brings a smile to my face because, well, Grun, you're a part of this crew. This is In Your House. Ladies and gentlemen, that's our new logo. We will be adding our new addition, Annie, to this. She will be a part of it. So just give us some time. We will have everything set up. But this week is jam-packed full of stuff. We have an ECW watch along that we're going to be doing also on Friday. I believe that's going to be around 6 p.m. We are going to be watching Taz versus Bam Bam Bigelow in one of the most epic Taz matches ever to exist. You're going to see the mat just give way. You're going to see some suplexes. You're going to see some just pure anarchy in that one. So come join me, House, and whoever in the In Your House crew is going to join us, have some fun, talk some ECW. It's going to be a fun time. And Grun, I don't know if you'll be able to catch us in that one. I hope you will, because that is definitely an ECW match you need to watch.
When was that time and day again?
I believe it's this Friday.
This Friday? Okay.
Yeah, 6 p.m.
I can probably do that if we can stick that. We'll see because I do got to stick to my show as well.
It's true, and I know it's bumping up against your show, going live, but we're here on this show, Grun. This is our Monday Raw show. This is where we talk all things Raw, and this past Raw, this was something to watch. This was a good one.
It was.
Very storyline driven. I thoroughly loved it from 8 to 11. It was a great one. And we got to hit this before we do it. We have the true grinders here. I love it. You are so true, house. Everybody in this group, everybody associated within your house, they know how to do their shit, man. And it is such an awesome feeling to have a team that we can rely on each other for whatever we need. So I'm so grateful for this team and so happy that we've all connected and we became the Megatron of wrestling. So let's keep it up and let's keep rolling. And like our boss says, let's talk some Raw. So Grun, which one are we going to kick into? So your story is number 4. Okay. And that doesn't mean that it's the 4th one we're going to talk about.
Right.
Just means it's number 4. So I want you to pick 1 through 4. Which one do you want to go with?
Okay. Do you want let's go with number 2.
Number 2. Oh, I love this one. And we are going to talk Mommy. Rhea Ripley is in your house and we are going to discuss it. So let's discuss this, Grun. Mommy's back. Mommy has made our days better. She came back with some vengeance. She came back with some ready to whoop some greasy rat ring Liv Morgan and teach her that this is Mommy's world and you don't mess around in Mommy's world. So Grun, tell us what you're digging about Rhea's comeback and what she did on Monday night.
I mean, like, she came back and has not missed a beat. She is the exact same Rhea that left, just more pissed off than ever. And I'm all here for it. Rhea Ripley comes out. She calls out Liv Morgan, saying she's going to deal with Dominic later. Dominic decides to come out and immediately try and solve things. Rhea and Rhea and Liv make the match for SummerSlam because reports are she's still not medically cleared, but she's not wearing an arm brace. She's not wearing anything to protect her shoulder. So I don't think there's any concern with that or with her health. So we should be. So hopefully we'll be good by SummerSlam. And then throughout the night, Dominic is trying to make it up to Rhea, saying, "I tried to call you all week." Again, it's like, bitch, or basically Rhea says, "Bitch, you didn't call me for 3 fucking months. Where were you then? Messing around with your new girlfriend?" And that part she didn't say. Were you playing around with your new girlfriend? It's like, Dom, you have built this bed of hell for yourself, and you're the irresponsible, stupid kid that does need to be kicked out of his dad and mommy's home and told figure shit out on your own because we're done helping you.
Baby bird's got to get out of the nest.
Yeah. I mean, like, I do think that's where we're going with the Dominic storyline, is that he's going to be kicked out. He's not going to have anyone to look out for him. Maybe you get Sami Zayn, Cody. Maybe you get someone who has a soft spot for Dominic Mysterio to help him out. Because maybe I feel like the next step would be to turn him babyface and like make the crowd feel empathy for him, for what he's gone through, for the fact that he's a kid that made all these bad decisions and doesn't know what to do now to fix things.
So you're honestly you're hoping that they go the reality route. We all make mistakes. We've all been there. We've all been young. We've all done things that maybe we regret in our past. So you're linking that towards Dominic's story. I like that because it does give that human aspect to Dominic. It makes him more of a viable product, more, and it adds to a story. And you know, with Mommy, we know Mommy's not going to be wrestling in a ring until SummerSlam. I mean, honestly, I want to just ask her,
are you ready?
We just need to know, are you ready, mommy? Because we want this to happen. We
Yep.
want you to get in there, and we want you to first tell Dominic
Get a life, kid.
that, and then we need to hit you with.
Shut your bitch ass up.
You just got to hit him with all
Yeah.
of these things, mommy.
Yeah,
Hit
you
him
do.
with these things, and let's hear it. Let's see what Dominic, how he comes out of this. Because honestly, I'm loving it. I'm loving everything mommy's doing. She's come back. She's taking control over Judgment Day. She's showing, even when Dominic lost that match after she yelled at him to tell him to get his ass back in
Yeah.
there and finish this match. He goes in there and loses the match. Did you notice the smirk on her face when he lost?
No, I don't think I thought I just saw a clip, and no, I didn't see a smirk. But
She does this, her little eye roll where she does her, she
mm,
rolls her eyes back, and then she just like it was almost like, I expected you to fail, and you
yeah,
just lived up to my expectations. You're sad, you're not performing well, and I'm sorry, but mommy deserves to be around champions and winners.
yeah,
Not little guys getting taken down by a little 5'4" blonde girl jumping off the rope. Like, good Lord, man.
yeah.
Uh, yes,
y-
go
I
ahead, Grun, take this.
I can see it happening. I don't see it happen because like you're gonna have the crowd hating Dominic for a while, and for this to work, you would need him to start feuding with with someone else who's a heel. Now you could go Grayson Waller, because Grayson Waller I think works as a really douchebag heel that everyone hates.
True.
You could go that route. You could go the route of Logan Paul, maybe trying to take Dominic under his wing,
I
but
would like that.
treating him like dirt the entire time.
No, I like those ideas. Those are some good ideas. The Logan Paul one's what tweaked my thinking on that. I like that, because why couldn't you put him with Logan Paul and just have Logan treating him like shit for a little
Yeah.
bit, and then it culminates into Dom versus Logan, and you just built it up so much that you give Dom that you basically give him the platform to be the baby face that everybody's going to fall in love with. You're
Yeah.
going to see him getting taken advantage of and all this stuff every week, and eventually it's going to get to where people are like, hey, quit being mean to Dom, he's so great, we love him. Which
Yeah.
I do love Dominic. I think he's great. I
He's doing
love.
great.
Yeah,
Rhea
you're
Ripley
right.
Rhea Ripley said when she was on the Impulsive podcast that Dominic actually can cut really good promos, but we just can't get the chance to hear him cut them because of the
Yeah.
crowd.
Yeah, and I mean, first off, if you're drawing that much heat that you can't even cut a promo in ring, you're fucking doing your job perfectly, Dominic. Just keep doing it. All those other people out there, they're just nerds, and we all know what happens to nerds.
Actually, MJF, I'm a level 45 Padawan Warlock Knight, so you better watch your mouth.
Yeah, they just talk. They just tell you what they are, who they are. We don't care about that, do we, Grun?
No, we don't.
We're not about any of that. And guess what, friends and fans, you know him, you love him. It is the Lou. He is stopping in, calling us some sexy bastards. Look at the Lou. Go out, check the Lou. He's up tonight. I believe him and Dingle are fighting again.
In
They
the
never
Elden
stop
Ring.
fighting. Dave Dingle, he's taken over the Buddies Network. Dave Dingle, just watch out for him. If you ever see him out there in the real life, just run.
Yeah, run.
And you'll know it's Dave Dingle because there's this little jingle every time you see him. It's like, Dave Dingle. Boop, 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 boop. You'll hear that. Okay. It's almost like when you hear Freddie, 1, 2, Freddie's coming. Yeah, that's the Dave Dingle. That is when you run. If you have big boobs and blonde hair, you run from Dave Dingle. Anyways, we're back to Raw. Let's get back into Raw. Look, we got some friends showing up here.
Yo, Trav.
Look, some buddies are showing up. The buddies. Thank you guys so much for joining us. and coming along and having some fun with us. We're ready to talk some more Raw. So, Grun, you picked last topic. I'm gonna pick
All right.
this topic. Let's jump into, and I think you're really gonna like this one because we've been talking about it for a couple weeks now, and we're here. Bo Dallas versus Chad Gable, son. You must follow them buzzards because they're gonna take you to little Chad Gable after the Wyatt family takes care of him. I am absolutely loving everything happening with the Wyatt Sick. I love it. I
Yeah.
cannot wait for the next drop. There
Oh my god, it's
what happened at the end of that, dude.
yeah.
Tell me you, as a fan of the supernatural type things and wrestling, that just didn't hit on every single one of your radars
Oh,
for
it's hitting
entertainment, man.
perfectly.
It
It is
is.
hitting absolutely perfectly. The Wyatt Six, the faction. It's like I've said. I think the faction's got as far as the performers, they have a lot of potential, and then the storytelling they've done has it's just even if like for people that maybe not are so interested in the horror and psycho thriller stuff, like this is so interesting. and
Mhm.
it's and it's like, of all the things going on Raw, and Raw's got a lot going on that's good. This is the most interesting thing. This is the biggest thing they got going, and people tune in just to see that, just to see what are they doing with the Wyatt Six next. Um, Last week we saw a video package with a Rowan being interviewed, and you saw him talk about the loss of Brody Lee, Luke Harper,
Yeah.
John Huber. He talked about the loss of Bray Wyatt. And it's like this is a way to they're trying to make this, like, I guess, as a way to help not just fans but help these guys that did have that special connection with Bray, that have been struggling with it, to to cope and to finally find peace. And because we know that Bo Taylor Rotunda, he and Wyndham, they wanted to do this double team up for years in WWE, and WWE just, or at least Vince McMahon, just say no. Bo's not that character. Bo's a
Yeah.
comedy act. Like, what are you talking about? He can't do any of that stuff. And it's like, dude, like, me personally, like, I was hooked on Bo after the Royal Rumble when he beat Wade Barrett with a really good scoop slam. That's all it was. A
Yep.
freaking scoop slam. Like, yo, this guy is good. And then you lost me when you brought him back as I believe.
Yeah.
You lost me,
I
dude.
believe though. I was a believer.
I'm a believer now. I'm a believer now.
Yeah, I see exactly where you're going. They they did turn him into this circus act. I mean, but there was always something about Bo Dallas that intrigued me.
I mean, he kept giving it his best every week.
Exactly. There was, you can see it in him, and I love it. I absolutely love it. And just like this, we got House saying that the Wyatt Six is his favorite thing on Raw. He's also accepting donations to get him a Wyatt Six shirt. So everybody, let's just chip in, throw it towards House. We know we love him. He works hard. He deserves a shirt. But I like what Annie O'Neill here, newest member of In Your House podcast group, she says Bo Dallas is nightmare fuel incarnate. His voice, tone, and mannerisms are sinister. I'm on the edge of my seat. I agree with you 100% there, Annie O'Neill. Bo, you can. I play sports. I played growing up. I had older brothers, and I was an older brother. Um, you always want the younger ones behind you to be better than you. And it
Mhm.
looks like Bray did his fucking job. And I'm
Yeah,
not
he did.
saying Bo is better than Bray. Let's not jump the gate there. But what I am saying is he's doing amazing work. He is just really hitting on all strides. He is becoming he's becoming something that people want to see. And first, before I go further, I have to stop and say, Grizz, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for showing up here for exactly what you know I'm talking about. I truly appreciate you as a fan. I appreciate you as a friend, and as somebody we talked to in the Lose chat. You did an awesome thing for me this past week, and I can't be more appreciative towards you on that. So thank you. Like Annie's coming in with Bo Dallas is a freaking, how do you say that word? Paradigm?
Paradigm. Yeah,
There
that's
we go. What? Who the fuck? Why don't you just make it dime at the end? Paradigm.
We
That,
didn't make the word.
God, Americans, we're so dumb. As humorous a commercial as he is, he has the making of a mastermind. I'm thinking Robin Williams. Ooh, Annie. Annie has hooked me into being an Annie believer. Yes, the fact that you hit that Robin Williams character. Yes, you're exactly right. He lures you in with the sweet smile, the comical mannerisms, and then all of a sudden you're waking up and that motherfucker's dicing up your family. So you need to be on the edge of your seat with Bo Dallas, because look, Bo Dallas, he's got the chops. He's going to be able to carry this story. He's going to be able to make you believe in exactly what he's doing out there, and how he's going to murder Chad Gable, because it's in the future of Gable.
Yeah.
Gable, you need to watch out. Shit's about to hit.
Yeah. Well, it was nice knowing you, Chad.
It was nice knowing you. You did great work. I mean, I'm watching you go against Braun here, and well, you didn't fare too well in that one. But you know what? You do great work. I love Chad Gable. I love his climb, his epicness.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got bye now.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, yes, he is gone. And he's looking pissed off. But I really think that we're really to the edge of the ultimate storytelling that is going to happen with the Wyatt Six. We're going to see exactly where Triple H can't push the boundaries of a story and where he's not even going to touch it. So I'm looking forward to it. Strap in. Let's just wait and see what happens tonight. And I'm pretty sure Annie and House are going to definitely talk about this on Wednesday. So join them and see what they have to say. I like what she put here. Annie O'Neill saying murder on the queue. Yes, yep. I like that. That's pretty much what we got going here. All right. So I see our producers with us. Are you wanting to join us? He's not sure. Here we go. Well, okay, we'll start the subject. Okay, so we're going to get him in here. We're going to start this subject, and let's bring in our producer. But I think we're going to go to Grun's story. Here we go. We're going to talk a little bit of Damian Priest and Gunther. So, Grun, this is your subject, and I want to hear what you have to say about it, my friend. And well, let's introduce our producer here. We got Hypocrisy Jones joining us. Jones jumping in for a drive-by.
Yo, what's up, lickers?
You gotta love it.
Just look at windows.
Yeah, and look, your fans are already cheering for Jones.
What up,
they
Lou?
love Jones.
What up, bro? What up? Lou's my guy. I fuck with Lou. I fuck with Lou heavy. Oh shit.
He's excited to see what we got coming up with Priest versus Gunther. So,
it's going to be really interesting, right?
Because
there's two big dynamics right there, and there's actually a couple different stories to play right now. Like there's a lot going on with Priest and Gunther right now.
Yeah, before last week's promo between Gunther and Priest, I was very much on the fence because I'm like, he's like, Gunther absolutely will be world champion one day. I don't know if I want it to be now. I'm not sure this is the right time, the last week's promo where Gunther went nuclear, calling Damien street trash, saying that implying that his parents chose to financially struggle and not be able to provide for him and their family as well as Gunther's family could provide for Gunther. And with that, I am now dead certain Damian Priest is walking out of SummerSlam WWE World Heavyweight Champion because as you heard, the crowd got behind him.
Oh yeah.
And with that, I am dead certain that Damian Priest is going to walk out because here's the thing that Damian mentioned.
He said dead ass.
Dead
He
ass,
said
dead
dead
ass,
certain.
dead ass certain. Damian said you've never had to scratch and claw from the bottom. You've never had to work your way to the top. You've always had the easier route. And it's like Gunther has always had the size. He's always had good moves. He's always been really good. So yeah, he's always been near or at the top wherever he's been. So
Very
what
true.
happens when we have to consider the fact that Gunther was given an opportunity that he did earn, but he failed. And it's like the next chance he doesn't get till Rumble. It's like, what do you do? Like,
No, I want to see. I'm sorry to cut you off,
go ahead.
but I am right there with you. I want to see Gunther struggle. Like, I want to see Gunther like have to go through the shits. Like, look, I'm trying to see down bad Gunther, man. Like, I don't know about the rest of y'all, but like Gunther has had this immaculate like monster reign, but like, and I've been an advocate for a minute. He needs to be world champion, and I'm not straying away from that. Just like Khan said about Grunmeister, like standing on business on that. He needs to be world champion at some point. But let me see you struggle for a minute. Let me see you lose everything. Let me see you lose everything and then come back, bro. Like,
Yes.
because we've seen this from Damian, right? We've seen him have nothing, basically build himself up, and to the point where now he may be a little bit too cocky because he thinks he doesn't need the people that's around him, and he thinks that they're not helping him. But that may be a whole nother story that comes into play. But with Gunther, we have not seen that sort of struggle yet. We've seen him knock people out because, hey, you mess with my business right now. But we have not seen him have to really fight Claw.
Wow. This subject itself is just lighting up the chat. We had a great comment come in by Annie. Gunther took Damian's ball and went home.
Damn.
Yes,
Damn.
yes, he did. And it was masterful too.
Yes.
That wasn't even Damian's ball, man. He had to borrow that from a sibling, bro. That was a hand-me-down ball, bro. How you gonna take that shit?
Yes. And like House is saying, I believe there's a story in Gunther beating Priest and Priest dumping the JD and having to make the climb back. Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
I'm not saying there's not.
No,
there's not. I mean,
is.
there is, but what do you want to see more of? Do you want to see more of like you guys laid out, Gunther being stripped to the bottom and then climbing up to get that championship? That championship run would be way more meaningful than him just running through Damian Priest. Like, we've seen Gunther, like, everybody fucking understands Gunther can do it. We get that he can do it, but tell me that he has to struggle. Give him something to have to chase and have to actually work for instead of just showing up and being big. And then you got me hooked. You got me really out there championing Gunther. But right now, Damian Priest, I don't think you want to take it away from him just yet.
No.
He's got so much more with this title. You guys got any more on this one?
Yes. Yeah, actually, with this, and I'm sorry to cut you.
No.
But like with Gunther, yeah, we know he can be dominant, and the reason why I said maybe he needs to struggle a little bit is because we've also seen that overly dominant champion. We've seen that through through other people's stories. We've seen that through Roman. We've seen that through plenty of other people. It might be a nice little change of pace to see him dip down to have to come back up, like we're saying. And I don't think that's going to ruin his momentum. The
Absolutely
other factor. The other key factor at that is, okay, if Priest splits from JD in some way, there's going to be a headbutt in there, right?
Mhm.
And I can see where a headbutt could be, a storyline could play out a little bit easier, a little bit better within the Judgment Day with that world title still between Priest and maybe Finn, or well, obviously Finn, and him having to probably go through JD and probably Dominic as well, sort of thing. So like, there's a couple different dynamics, and I know there's a plethora of stories that they could tell with this, but like, I don't know. That's what I was thinking. Sorry,
No,
sorry.
I like it. I like it. It really plays into the idea, though. Does it have to be Finn? Or could Mommy have somebody lined up to be joining Judgment Day because they know they're taking Priest out of Judgment Day? So the next person coming up has to prove himself by going against Priest. And then it pisses off Finn to where Finn leaves. And then the Judgment Day just completely implodes. And
Well,
that's
I mean,
just me going off of what you're saying, Jones. I don't really think it's going to happen, but it's in my head.
That all depends on if Rhea is a baby face or a heel in this, right? Because look, Rhea's a heel. I don't care that y'all keep cheering for. Liv is the good guy in this situation. She took Dominic out of like, a distressed situation where he got kidnapped and stuff, estranged him from his father. She hasn't brought father and son back together, but man, she got that son a win. I mean, I'm just saying. So it depends on what part of the story you're telling, or how you see that story.
First off, we are never going to make Liv on this Raw review. She is never the hero, the good guy, nothing. Don't ever do that, especially when it's Mommy we're talking about.
No,
I get what you're saying.
Liv is no more the good guy than Rhea is. Rhea's only the good guy because Liv stole from her.
But
look,
did she
PS5 and chicken nuggets? PS5 and chicken nuggets. That's all I gotta say.
Okay, I got you. But here's the thing, though. This is what I want to pose at it. Did Liv take away from Rhea, or did the circumstance of Liv getting her revenge on Rhea so happen that Dom fell in her lap? It's not like she was pushing for it. Yes, Annie, we agree with you.
Yeah.
Leave Mommy alone. She is. Who cares what Rhea's going to be? Face, heel, janitor, somebody they just talked to on commentary. Grun, go ahead. We're ready for you to spill about this.
First off, just let Mommy do whatever the hell she wants. Just let her be Mommy. Just let her be Rhea.
That's been the problem. That's been the problem. She's been doing whatever the hell she wants. She kidnapped the man.
She should.
Okay, I mean, first off, that kid kicked his dad in the dick, or was it Edge?
He's a deadbeat.
Oh my God!
That man.
I understand this. My dad was a crackhead. I understand.
Whoa!
That man climbed a ladder fighting Eddie Guerrero for the custody of him. I don't think that he'd be a deadbeat if he didn't. He could have just said, "Hey, Eddie, climb the fucking ladder. I'm walking out, bitch."
He could have done that. You are correct.
But back to Gunther Priest.
I mean, if we want to go back to that, like Eddie was right too. Like he took that, he got taken from his real dad, bro. This man's life is horrible. This man's life is horrible. Annie's life is horrible right now. She ain't got no earbuds. Her shit died. I know that pain. Like it's bad. but y'all out here rooting for the bad guys.
Oh my goodness.
So any posted the question, but who would Gunter be without his privilege? And I think that
Yeah.
is, I think that's the story. Who is Gunter when he's when Adam Pearce has to look at it and say, well, look, you lost at WrestleMania. You won the King of the Ring tournament, but you barely wrestled at all since then. And when you did, it was against Damian Priest for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, and you lost. Like, how am I supposed to defend the idea that you deserve another title match when you have nothing to show for it?
Why are we talking about WWE as if wins and losses matter right now?
Yeah, I mean, he's not too far off on that one.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, he's really hitting on some things here. You know what? First off, Jones comes in all fired up, and he's making
Bro, I'm
this.
hype. I am hype. It's
He
in
is
my
all
name.
hyped up. He's making some talks for specifically that Liv is the hero in this story, and Mommy's the bad guy. I can't buy it, Jones. I'm sitting
You don't
here.
have to buy it.
I'm trying to figure it out in my head, and I guess you are right. The fact that the simple fact that what started all this was Liv seeked revenge onto what happened to her. An eye for an eye. I get it. And no, this is ridiculous. Do not come in here with this fake news house. He is not playing 4D chess. We all know he's not playing 4D chess.
It's 5.
Oh my gosh.
Dear God.
Oh, and your fans are turning. This is the only-
Oh, Lou, you're killing me, man. Look, I'm not saying to hate Rhea. I'm just saying maybe she's not so good.
Well, you know, it's definitely something that I think we can explore on this, because just like our Drew McIntyre discussion on Grun, I think this does have multiple avenues we can discuss on it.
Yeah.
I really want to see this though with Gunther. I want to see him down. I want to see him at the bottom, and I want him back up. I want to see him come back up after all of that. But he has to go through the trials, the tribulations. He has to do that for us to really fully buy into it, because he is no Goldberg, and Goldberg character of the undefeated streak should have never happened. That was ridiculous. I'm sorry. Yeah, it just made it a joke for guys in the future, such as Gunther, because if you actually sit back and look at it, could you say Gunther could have had that Goldberg type run where they wrote him undefeated for a year and a half? Easily. But you're going to get more out of me as a fan, as a viewer, if you give some human aspect to Gunther. Because right now, he is a Olympian god. He is, he's a god. He's a Nordic god, but from Germany. You know what I mean? Like, his whole presence gives you that.
Sorry, y'all lost me. I don't be following folks
Here
from
we go.
Germany as leaders and stuff
He's-
like
he's-
that. I feel like people got in trouble for this long time.
He's
They
Austrian.
did.
Wait, is that why Triple X? Never mind.
Oh, Jones, Hypocrisy Jones is coming in with
It
some
was
fire.
Vince McMahon's idea, and they didn't even look up the name originally. They just
I'm just-
this sounds like a good name.
Annie,
I'm just
you're
saying
the
they're
only
throwing German crosses around and shit.
Annie's the only lucky one. Her earphones have died. She
Yep.
didn't have to hear this crazy rant. Here we go. We got House coming in with a big one. The story here is this doesn't make Liv good or evil, and in her mind, it's irrelevant. The only thing that matters is her revenge and how anyone feels about it doesn't matter. In the confines of wrestling, she's playing the heel because she's getting her revenge in devious ways, but her revenge is hers. I like that.
Yeah.
Wronged her and she's going to destroy her world. That's not face or heel. That's just character work. No, that is very, very
I think that's a
astute.
perfect.
business.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why he's our boss. That's why we love
Exactly.
him. That's exactly why he's built this playground for us to play in. And you all are joining. Oh, we got Annie back. She's got her headphones in now, or she's able to hear. I see more Gunther, more of a Brock, but a better technical. Whoa. I say keep Gunther powerful and have lose surprisingly once or twice a year. No, that could work. I just I mean, when you break it down, Brock and Kurt were the two best technical wrestlers to ever get into a ring.
I can see similar. I can agree with Lou here. I can see similarities in Gunther and Brock. The dominance, the pure size, the explosiveness, all those things. And those are some of those things are things that Kurt Angle himself he did not have.
True.
Kurt was a very technical guy, but to their point, so is Brock, and so is Gunther actually.
Mhm.
So I can see that similarity. I like that comparison better than I like the Goldberg comparison, because also to say that the streak wasn't needed, I was just asinine. But we're not going to go there. We're not going to go there.
Yes, we will put a pin in that. You guys can join us when me and Jones discuss if Goldberg's streak was needed. We'll get to that. We'll put a pin in that one. Grun,
Yeah.
since this is your
That's for
topic,
another episode.
exactly. Grun, this is your topic. So
Yes.
let's do one more round. And
All
anybody
right.
got anything else to say about this one?
Gun. I agree with what Alcon said, that Gunter has to take losses at times. This can be one of those times because, and while the wins and losses don't really mean much, in WWE, but for this storyline, like you look at Damian Priest, and he just beat Braun Strowman. Damian Priest has picked up wins regardless of how he's done it. He has won his matches. He has won his defenses.
Very true.
And Damian is showing to be more of a fighting champion than I think what some of us had assumed he was going to be. He has been, because look, he could have written Seth off as never having to wrestle him again. And because Seth is an absolute threat to his title, he told Seth, you can fight me again for the title after I beat Gunther.
Yeah.
It's like, so it's like, so it's like, we're like, what? It's like that plus the promo. Like, I definitely think that Gunther is taking a loss, and we're going to see Gunther learn something, and that is you can't beat the perseverance that Damian Priest has had to go through. You can't beat someone who had to learn how to be tough. Gunther was born tough, but that's not the same thing as learning how to be tough.
Very true.
Damian,
Very true.
Damian may be street trash, but that street trash learned how to fight on the streets and learn how to be tough on the streets.
Very true. I absolutely love everything that is going towards Damian Priest in this one. It really seems like we are going to watch Damian retain. And I really think that that's the play to go to. Jones, before we jump to the next subject, you got any last minute thoughts on this one?
No, I'm gonna leave it alone before I get us too far deep into something else, man.
Sweet. Well, just so you know, I don't know if you've seen this, but House wants to get in on that episode.
Real quick
So-
on that. I was just saying that streaks can matter. They can matter.
Yes.
Helped in Gunther's reign.
Yes.
It helped in Asuka's. Yes, Goldberg's was trash, but at the time it was kick ass, which led to a lot of other things. But let's go.
Okay. Well, exactly what we're talking about here. Fans, before we go any further, I just want to throw this one out there. Go and check out our interview we did with Donovan Dijak. It was a great sit down, a great discussion with Dijak. Go check it out. It is a part of the catalog of the In Your House crew. So join us. Leave some comments in there. It was a really good discussion, and we really got to find a lot out of Dijak and his journey as it continues. So
And just like Ray J, we did it first. And well, not really. It's not proven, but like we did it. So go watch it.
yeah, we did it. So go watch it. Yes, it was a great job by all of us. Stay strong, Jones. Stay strong.
always, bro. Always.
So let's jump into one of our last discussions, and it is going to be Drew's situation. Now, this has been a few weeks running with me and Grun here on the Raw preview show where we talk Drew McIntyre and his situation. So, Jones, since you're the drop-in guest, what do you think of Drew's situation as it sits right now?
Do you guys really want me to like tell you what I feel, or
Yes.
like are you gonna shame me like
No.
you
We
did
won't shame you.
Oh,
with the
get out.
with the Rhea thing? Because
You
like
want shame.
We won't shame you.
you know what my take is. Fuck them refs.
Ooh.
I wouldn't apologize neither. I don't blame Drew. They getting in the way. Fuck them refs.
Wow.
Bro.
Jones.
He had look. Adam Pierce, man, said all you gotta do is apologize. Even my cat didn't believe that shit, bro. Like, fuck them refs. They're the ones that have been screwing Drew McIntyre time and time again. Plus CM Punk. You got to get this match in. You're not gonna dangle it over people's heads. Give them the match. Fuck them refs.
Fuck them refs. Wow.
That's my take.
That's where Jones is at on this situation. Grun.
I mean, look, I respect Jones's I respect his viewpoints and his opinions. And so my opinion is that Drew McIntyre.
Whoa.
I saw that cat turn. He's like, yeah, no. Love, what are you talking about? I'm not in this. But my opinion is that Drew has brought this upon himself. Now, the referees have not made great calls in the situation revolving the World Championship, specifically around Money in the Bank. However, Drew is the one that made the match a triple threat. Drew is the one that made it legal for CM Punk to get involved. Drew McIntyre at Mania, all he had to do was walk back up the ramp. That's all he had to do. He decided that he was going to brag and rub it in CM Punk's face. CM Punk was sitting there hoping Drew would leave. Drew didn't leave. So what did CM Punk do? CM Punk does what he always does, and he loses his temper, and he attacks someone. Drew, in one way or another, has screwed himself. And I'm not saying that CM Punk has... I'm not saying that CM Punk didn't have the ability to choose to do nothing, but that's not who CM Punk is. We know that's not CM Punk. He does not choose to do nothing. At some point, he will give you like 30 seconds, and he will choose violence every time.
Yeah. This is very poignant on a house. Drew McIntyre, the poster boy for self-sabotage. Yeah, and just like I don't know what Jones is doing. He's
I don't
upside
know either.
down now. he's having a Jones moment. But yeah, it's been definitely a Drew McIntyre sabotage weeks. These past couple weeks, he's really been just making his own grave and digging it deeper and deeper. And it's getting to the point to where you gotta say, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Why are you choosing to end what you could be winning at? Why do you always choose to sabotage yourself? Why are we at this point with Drew McIntyre? What sense does it make to be at this point with Drew McIntyre? We had a long contract negotiation drawn out from him. And then what do we get? We don't get what we wanted with him actually signing. We get right back to Drew screwing over Drew, and then him always putting it onto somebody else. There comes a point to where self-reflection and being able to understand what you did in whatever situation you're in, you have the responsibility. You hold some responsibility. And you hit it on the head, Grun. You said Drew made the triple threat. Drew, all he had to do was walk back. All he had to do was walk backstage after winning, but he didn't. He didn't do any of it. He didn't do. We get to a point to where we're looking at it and we're saying, Drew, you had it. You could have won. You could have walked away with it. We could be looking at a Drew McIntyre title run right now. But it didn't happen. The Scottish leather daddy decided that he wants to choose violence. He wants to, and I understand where Jones is coming from, because yes, sometimes the refs do screw up the world of wrestling, but their authority in that ring. You have to respect some type of authority when it's presented to you, or anarchy breaks out and nobody wins. Because guess what? Drew McIntyre's suspended still. His suspension still stands. So no more leather daddy. No more getting pissed off on TV until your suspension's over. So I guess we're going to rely on these promos that Drew's been cutting. I mean, are you guys liking the promos he's doing?
Absolutely.
I have one thing to say. I am in the upside down world, because I didn't know that I didn't know I was going to see the day where I would see the Voice Josh Joseph kind of siding with CM Punk. Like, where did this happen? Why are we here? Literally, this is upside down world, guys. Upside down world.
Okay.
But
Okay.
the other thing is that I have 3 words for you. 3 of them. Not medically cleared.
Very true.
If anyone is breaking any rules, it's CM Punk. Not medically cleared. What is he doing out there? Who keeps letting him out there? What is going on? Like, Adam Pearce is in some shit, man. I think he's the postman for the YS6. I think he definitely ain't he's definitely not helping in this situation, man.
No.
Like, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing? That not medically cleared. That should mean something. That means stay your ass at home, bro.
Very true. You're hitting on some points, and I want to see Drew do better. Maybe that's why I'm siding with CM Punk, because I know there's more to Drew and his abilities in the ring. I mean, fuck, TNA would take him in a heartbeat. AEW
How much
would
more
take
can
him.
he do besides dominate everything that he's been dominating, bro? Like,
He's been dominating, losing.
Bro, it's been all Drew all day, and he hasn't really lost. He's gotten screwed. He's gotten honestly
here we
screwed
go.
due to things that he didn't even cause, bro.
Here we go. Get out the smallest
why you guys
violin.
always No, y'all always picking on the little man and stuff, man. Now I don't even know what
Who's
you're doing.
little?
man?
Drew
The little-
McIntyre, little man. What part of Drew McIntyre's little?
Very
I mean,
large human being.
It'll cost you $5.99 to see that, but
Oh,
but regardless, like you're always picking on the little man, bro. Like
Okay.
CM Punk is this big monstrous dude, like in
out of
you know
town.
in voice and in stature, yeah, at least
Oh, in
you know.
stature he is, huh?
No, well, stature as in like social sphere stature. Maybe his money's just tall. CM Punk's money is tall, right? All right, bro.
He does got
All right.
some money.
Always picking on the little man. Poor old Drew McIntyre, bro. Keeps getting screwed out of his matches because some dude that's not medically cleared keeps interfering.
Jones
He's
is on. He's on one tonight. Wow.
killing me. Y'all killing me, man.
All right, Grun, you got any last thoughts on this subject before
yes,
we kick off to Raw?
Yes, one final thing, and yes, while I may be more on the CM Punk side of this, I do believe that Drew would not have re-signed if he did not believe that there was bigger plans for him down the road.
Oh yeah,
And
very.
Drew McIntyre, people tune in to see Drew McIntyre. People tune in to see him just as much as they tune in to see Judgment Day, Wyatt Six, or CM Punk. Drew McIntyre is going to be world champion in the next year or two again, and this time it will be babyface. It will be the big, grand uproar and cheers and celebration that it was supposed to be when COVID happened.
Yeah. Yep. I get what you're saying, and yeah, I agree with you on that one, Grun. I really think that we're good this title run. We're going to get Drew at peak Drew, and it's going to be something amazing. All right, fans. So we are already a minute into Raw. We're going to let you go here in a second. Guys, give your shout outs. Let people know where they can hit you up this week and where they can peep you and all the things that you guys do. Grun, you go ahead.
All right, you can check me out on twitch.tv/Grunmeister. I will be playing some Call of Duty this week because I do believe that the new season 5 of Call of Duty drops this week with Rhea Ripley, Cody Rhodes, and Rey Mysterio as operators. Rhea Ripley, I do believe you need to complete the battle pass in order to unlock her.
Well, Grun, it sounds like you got a little bit of work ahead of you this week.
Yeah, or I could always just throw $30 at Activision to
money moves mountains, my friend. Money moves mountains. Yeah. Jones, where are you gonna be at this week?
Yo, what up, everybody? My name is Hypocrisy Jones. You can find me right here on the In Your House Network and the In Your House podcast, whether it's the video, the audio, whatever you find. It's In Your House. It's HOWSE, and that W stands for work, because that's all we do, man. That's all I've been doing all day, and that's what I'm doing right now. But other than that, you can. Other than finding me here, which we should have we'll have a smoke sesh. We're gonna schedule a smoke sesh this week, so be on the lookout for that. We're gonna talk a little Bobby Lashley in the Hurt Business. We're gonna talk a little Hikuleo, possibly signed to WWE, and we're also gonna talk 10 years of the New Day. So come on, so be on the lookout for that. You know, bring your lighters, bring your spliff, whatever your method is. I don't care, bro. We're gonna talk and we're gonna sit down and have a conversation about that. So be on the lookout for that. But you can also find me if you're in the Central Indiana area, with a group called the Kokomo Press. It's KOKOMO, not like that Beach Boys song. Trust me, we got way more meth than that, but it's Kokomo Press. And we are a community satire page. We tell a lot of jokes. On top of that, we host our own open mic night every Thursday night in Kokomo, Indiana, at a place called Cooper's Pub. So if you're interested, if you want to hear some comedy, if you want to tell some jokes, man, come on out. Get a hold of us. We do this every Thursday night at 8 p.m. And other than that, man, right here, bro, right where I want to be. I mean, I wish I'd come around on the Rhea thing, but it's what it is. What it is.
You will. No worries. All right, fans and friends, household window lickers, and Grunmeister alum. Thank you for joining us. It is I, the voice, Joshua Joseph. You can catch me here every Monday with Grunmeister, where we talk raw like we just did. And sometimes you get a pop in from our friends and we have fun and we enjoy talking this stuff. You guys enjoyed it in the chat. Be on the lookout Friday at 6 p.m. Me, House, possibly Grun, possibly Jones, possibly Paragon. You never know who's going to jump in, but we
Bro, it's
will
a
be doing a ECW watch along, Taz versus Bam Bam. Epic match. You will love this match. It's going to be great. There's so many things to check out this week that In Your House is doing. So stop into our socials, see what we got cooking, and be on the lookout for the newest and greatest podcast episodes. So fans, friends, window lickers, gruns, people, we do appreciate you all jumping in and catching us. And be on the lookout this Friday. We are dropping the Bill Alfonso interview where me and House sat down and Jones produced it. We sat down with the manager of champions, the extreme champions, Bill Alfonso, and it was a great discussion with a drop in from the Sandman. So be on the lookout for that. Friday is when you can catch all that. So jump in, hang out, and be a part of the show, because we really enjoy it and we are really putting in some work these past couple of weeks. So check it what Todd Kilmore has to say, because he's a part of this group too. Well,
shout out my best friend Paragon.
Yeah, Paragon, we love you. We miss you. Join a show. We would love to have a discussion with you. But till next week, here's Todd Kilmore.
Hey there, kiddo! It's your friendly neighborhood, Mr. Kilmore here. And as professional wrestling's favorite TV dad, I suggest you go over and you watch the Monday Night Raw review with Gunmeister and Josh Joseph, as we call him, The Voice. Comes on at 7 p.m. and it is brought to you by In Your House and Window Lickers. And when you're done, go get some stank on your hang down.